Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We've got I guess you'd call it a late afternoon game, a twilight game, whatever you want to call it. But the first pitch is scheduled in 10 minutes. This is the first of a 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Los Angeles Dodgers. On August 8, 1969, in our replay here, Strat-O-Matic 1969 replay. Cubs come into this game 9 games over 500, 7 games behind the first place Pittsburgh Pirates. The Dodgers are 6 games under 500, 15 games behind the first place Braves in 5th place. Cubs are in second. The pitchers today, 2 right-handers. Ferguson Jenkins for the Cubs, he has 12 wins. And Bill Singer for the Dodgers, he has 10 wins. And in about 4 minutes, we'll give you the starting lineups here for this evening's ball game. Even though you can read them right there. Well, let's go through our lineups now. Why not? For the Chicago Cubs, and this is a pretty standard lineup for the Cubs. Leo DeRocha platoons the couple of the outfielders in right and center. But otherwise, it's the same lineup as usual, and that was one of the criticisms for DeRocha this year. Kessinger leads off at short. Glenn Beckert at second. Billy Williams in left field. Ron Santo, the captain, at third base. Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub, batting 5th at first. Randy Hundley is the catcher, batting 6th. Jim Hickman bats 7th. He's in right field. Jimmy Quails batting 8th in center field. And Ferguson Jenkins pitching and batting 9th. He's a right-hander, bats right too. For the Dodgers, Maury Wills leads off at short. Willie Crawford batting 2nd in left field. Willie Davis batting 3rd in center. Whoa. Batting 4th is Len Gabrielson. He's in right field. And Kathy Harden has arrived. Yeah, it's great to have Kathy Harden here, as usual. It's not the same without you. It's Tom Haller catching and batting 5th. Bill Sudakis batting 6th at third base. Tom Hutton, the first baseman, will bat 7th. Ted Sizemore batting 8th at second base. And the pitcher is Bill Singer. Batting ninth, the right-hander. And in about 5 minutes, we expect the Dodgers to take the field. We have a doubleheader tomorrow. It's going to be split in terms of broadcast. Oakland at New York Yankees. The first of the double will be at 8 a.m. Eastern Time in the U.S. The second game will be this time, 5:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm trying to do these games. I'm trying to do a 5:30 game to keep myself off of Twitter Spaces, which just gets me, in trouble. It doesn't. What can I say? I hope everybody's good. I hope everybody had a good day today. Or at least not too bad a day. I'm still thinking about the other replay I want to do. I want to do a concurrent replay. We're already in August here for 1969. I'm really leaning toward 1911, but I would consider 1920 and even 1924. But I think I'm really in for 1911 because it's just so dead ball era. And I'd like input from others on that. No matter what I picked. I started a 1964 replay, and it really, I didn't know the players well enough. I knew about half the players. Here I know about 90% of the players. And the ones I didn't know, I've either heard of and or I can find out about them. But 1964, I played about 200 games, and then they re-released the 69 in Super Advanced, and I said, this is for me. And I had the courage to abandon my 64 replay and go to this 69 replay, and I'm sure glad I did. 1,326 games later, out of 1,944, and we're having a great time here. We're having way too much fun. I'm going to take a hit, Kathy, if that's okay with you, as we get ready for the tweet and the Dodgers to take the field. Here we go now. Oh, God. Oh, Lord help me. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, that is tasty. Oh, Kathy Harden, that is so tasty. Oh. That is so tasty. Yes. I say yes to you. Well, about a minute now, we're going to have the tweet posted. Kathy Harden is here, looking for a nice leisurely ball game. No rush. Just get along and let it go. Ooh, that's tasty stuff. This actually, Kathy, is the last remnant from this Lost in Space. It's the last piece. I threw this out. I have another one of these. It's an 1/8. I have a shitload in there. I must have 7/8 in there. In fact, let me go take a look. I have two containers right here. Those are they're getting down. But I also have there's 3/8 right there. 3, 4, 4, 5. So it's 3, 4, 5. Is what I have here. This is another Lost in Space, the one I just finished. This is a brand new one. I'm looking forward to trying out this Ruts. I tried that out some time ago. Its meat should be up. Let's go take a peek at that. Here at 5:32 Eastern, 2:32 in Los Angeles. The tweet is up, the tweet is good. And we appreciative of those who have retweeted. And the Dodgers take the field. Here at Dodger Stadium, beautiful afternoon. A 2:30 p.m. start. I think I'm in pretty good shape. Yeah, I don't start worrying till I'm down to my last 8th. And then I go tank up again. It's not very bad. Very reasonable. Well, welcome to the 1969 replay. We love these. I love these 5:30 Eastern Time U.S. start games. Kessinger will lead it off here for the Cubs. It's a good crowd here in L.A. Kathy Harden will go for the Cubs. That's a nice call for Kathy Harden. See if the Cubs can get within 6.5 of those first place amazing Pittsburgh Pirates. Dodger team bores me to tears. Okay, here's Kessinger, switch hitter, batting left against Singer. Singer is ready now. Here's the windup. And the pitch to Kessinger. That's 2-5, and it's a fly ball to left for Crawford. He makes the catch, and there's one away. And we are underway. Kathy Harden usually goes for the Dodgers. She's a Dodger blue person. And I can't blame her. I like the Dodgers. I got into the Dodgers because growing up, my father introduced me to baseball as a Brooklyn Dodger fan. Glenn Becker coming up now, 1 out. He talked about Jackie Robinson. And then as a child, a young child, Sanford Koufax. And so it became a tradition. How can you not like them? My mother was a Yankees fan. Here's Beckert now. Singer on the mound. Going for win number 11, Bill Singer. Beautiful night for a ball game here at Dodger Stadium in gorgeous Los Angeles. Okay, Singer winds. Here's the pitch to Beckert. 6-8. And he flies it to center field. Willie Davis, 2 outs here in the top of the first. And now it's Billy Williams, left-handed hitter, one of the true stars of the National League and all of Major League Baseball. Billy Williams, he was my favorite Cub. I was a Cub fan fanatically from 1970 to, I would say, through 73. And I just was fascinated with the team. Okay. I love these guys. They were everyday players. I liked Fergs, you know. Williams fouls it back and out of play. Okay, Singer. And the pitch to Williams. 6-2. And he hits it deep. Oh, to right field. Back goes Gabrielson, and he makes the catch. Oh, Lenny Gabrielson at the wall. Extended his arm at the last moment and got that fly ball from Billy Williams. Let's look at that again. Woo, 6-2. In home run, 1-15. That's a 20. We don't even look if he's an N. We know it. We'd look eventually. A beautiful catch by Lenny Gabrielson. And it's 3 fly balls to left, center, and then right for a 1-2-3 inning for Bill Singer. After a half, it's Chicago nothing and LA coming to bat. That's some exciting baseball. Indeed it is. And that's neat. Okay, that's as neat as you can be. Okay. Beautiful day. That's fucking clean. Oh, shit. Well, here comes Ferguson now. Big Ferguson Jenkins, all whatever it is. 6'5" of him. Canadian-American. Future Hall of Famer, I would venture to say. Get that fuck down. Okay, Maury Wills, a shadow of his early self. But he's still Maury Wills. Switch hitting, batting left against Fergs. Oh, there's a strike call to Wills on the first pitch from Fergs. Ferguson winds, and the pitch to Wills. 3-4, grounds it to second. That's going to be for Beckert. And there's one away. Throws it over to Ernst. Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks. So there's one away here in the Dodgers' first. And Willie Crawford is the batter. Bores me to tears. I mean, I like Willie Davis. There's a ball player. You know, Wills is not what he used to be. I do like when we have, I like the pitchers. Sure. Singer, Osteen. Oh, I like Manny Mota. Okay, I don't know why he's not played more. I bet he's going to play in the end of this season, of which we're there. I like Sutton. Okay, even though it's not his best year, but it was solid. But the hitters, the players, bore me to frickin' tears. Okay, they put my feet to sleep. Sudakis, Hutton, Sizemore, Haller. Well, he's a catcher. He's a 3. Gabrielson, Crawford. I mean, real sleepers as far as I'm concerned. Okay, here's Fergs now, facing Willie Crawford. 3-9. And he grounds it to second again, Beckert. Over to Mr. Cub. Ernie Banks. Didn't he win 2 consecutive MVPs in real world, like 58 and 59 or something like that? He was a freaking shortstop. He was, his wrists were like rubber bands. I mean, he could just slap the ball out of the park. Well, here's Willie Davis now with 2 outs, nobody on. Very neat ball game, I would say, Kathy, thus far. Fergs on the mound. He's going for win number 13, Ferguson is. Pitch to Davis for 6, walked him. So there's your first base runner for either team in the ball game. A 2-out walk to Davis. He's on first, being held. 1-2. Whoa. 1-10. Hundley's very good. Hundley is very good. I like Hundley a lot. Well, here's Lenny Gabrielson, who made that catch of the long fly ball by Williams. Here's Fergs now. Pitch to Gabrielson. That's 4-6. Whoa, he walked him. So Fergs has lost Davis, and now Gabrielson. 2 bases on balls. Ferguson now. Trying to settle down. Here comes Tom Haller. I mean, he was on the Giants. Okay, then he gets traded. What the hell is with that? And they trade Roseborough for, I don't know who it was, but they got rid of Roseborough. He's on Minnesota. He's a welcome addition to Minnesota. You know that for $6.73, I purchased 2 6-packs of Canada Dry Ginger Ale. They're 16.9 ounces each. 16.9 ounces. They look like this. 2 6-packs for $6.73. That's like 50 cents each. They're ordinarily, it was 2 for 1, and that's something you can't pay. Now there's no nutritional value. I don't need this at all, but it's a nice little treat. Take some ice and pour yourself a little Canada Dry, and it's refreshing. So 2 down Fergs on Haller. Okay, here's the pitch from Ferguson. 3-5. Pops it up to first, and there's Ernie. Oh, with the catch. And the side is... That's good. Funny stuff. No, is retired. No runs, no hits, 2 walks, 2 left. And we've gone 1, Kathy Harden, and look how neat. Look how fucking nice that is. It's a scoreless ball game. No hits in this ball game. And Singer. Bill Singer. Real favorite here in LA. Big Bill Singer. What's that about the Cubs there, Ron? What's that now? I'd love to have somebody come on here. You can, I can send you a link and you can be on the broadcast with me. Again, you don't have to show your face, but you can talk. Just, focus it on something. If you want, you could focus it on maybe pictures of players, maybe who's batting and that sort of thing. Here's the captain, Ron Santos. Oh, you're a Cubs fan, Ron. Is that what you're saying to me? Sometimes I lose the context. We're in the top of the second. It's a scoreless ball game here in LA. Singer now. And the pitch to Santo. That's 6-4. That's going to be a fly ball to center. Getting under that is Davis. 6-2, and he holds it down. That's 7, 8, 9, and an 8 again. 4 fly balls to the outfield. Just be careful there, Bill Singer. Don't let one of them loft it out. Okay, make him hit it in the ground. Here's Ernie Banks. That's a future Hall of Famer. Past his prime here. Okay, Singer. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the pitch to Banks. Whoa, that's 2-5. And it's a fly to right. Gabrielson makes the catch. We've got 5 fly balls for Bill Singer here. How about Randy Hundley? 2 out, nobody on. Very clean. There's a strike call to Randy. So Ron McGrath, you're saying Cubs here also. So you were a Cubs fan. You are a Cubs fan, or some roundabout thing like that. We're in the top of the second. It's 2 outs, nobody on, and Hundley is batting. Singer on the mound. And here's the pitch to Randy. 1-5, and he walked him. So there's the first base runner for the Cubs tonight. Randy was very patient. And finally, he walked him. Hundley on first, 2 down. And here's my man, Jim Hickman. 62 is a good year also to play us a replay. If you want to get into that. I looked it up. Koufax was only 14-7 because he was hurt, obviously. Drysdale won 25 freaking games. Tommy Davis was amazing. I think he won the batting title, 150 RBIs. I mean, and you have the Mets. You have the Colt 45s. The Angels and the Senators, 2 expansions, are already in the league. Jim Hickman at the plate here. So he was on the Mets. 2 outs and Hundley on first. Here's the pitch from Singer. 5-2. That's going to be a chopper to second. Sizemore, he's a 3. 15-3. And he throws him out. And the side is retired. So no runs, no hits. The walk to Randy. And it's a very, very sort of a tense game. It's sort of an eeriness permeating. Anybody get that sort of feeling? Anybody at all? Anybody there? Anybody? Anybody at all. Okay. Here's Jim Quails. Jimmy! I'm sorry, we're going to the bottom of the second, I'm sorry. Dodgers coming up, scoreless ball game. And it's Bill Sudakis, a real snorer. I guess he was all right. 234. I mean, 14 homers. I don't know. He doesn't do much for me. He's a 3. Okay, here's Fergs. The pitch to Sudakis. That's 1-9. And he struck him out. And that's the first for Ferguson tonight. Ferguson, a tall man. Oh, thank you, Kathy Harden. Okay. Yeah, he's a tall man, Fergs. And Jesus, he is an example of human tragedy. He had a documentary, The Glory and the Tragedy, or something like that. The Glory and the Grief. His daughter was murdered by her boyfriend. Ugh. You never get over that. And he goes on. We have to go on. Here's Tom Hutton, 1 out, nobody on. Sorry to get heavy there for a moment. Here's the pitch from Ferguson. That's going to be 4-4. Left-hander, fly ball center. Getting under that is Quails. He's he's a 4. Oh, Jesus, it's a 3-base error by Jimmy Quails. And Hutton is on third. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Let's look at that again. Oh, my Lord. Hutton, he got a change-up on Jenkins. 4-4, fly ball center X. Just remember that Quails is a 4. 8-4, and that is a 3-base error. And you can see it as clear as the nose on my face. So Jesus, Hutton on third, 1 down, and Sizemore is the batter. Fergs will work from the stretch. Fergs very, very cool out there right now. Oh, yeah. Fergs. Very cool. And both bullpens are well rested. Oh, yeah. Okay, Sizemore now, right-handed hitter. Singer on back. Here's the pitch from Fergs. 4-3. A grounder to third. Santo throws to first, holds Hutton. And there's the captain. Doing it, Kathy Harden. I know you like the Cubs today at least. You gotta love that. Hutton holds. So it's 2 down, Hutton on third, and here's the pitcher, Bill Singer. Now Fergs trying to get out of this. Come on, Fergs. Very simple here. Pitch to Singer, as if there's no one on base. Okay, Fergs from the stretch. And the pitch, 6-7, right-hander, struck him out. And the side is retired. That's the second for Ferguson. No runs. The 3-base error by Jimmy Quails. Almost gave some of us Cub enthusiasts a sort of a coronary, like a silent stroke. Last night I had a feeling actually in my head. It was in my brain, I guess, but I felt it emanate right up to my skull, and I said, this could be what a stroke feels like. Or the beginning of a brain hemorrhage. Just let it go. If it's your time, just let it go. I was glad to have been born at all. Okay? Here's Singer now. Top of the third. This is quite a ball game. Quite a tense ball game, I should say. No hit. Oh, that's my neighbor reminding me to take out the garbage, but I'm going to have to wait on that. I have it in my phone, but I'm going to certainly put a note here. You know, there's still, I guess it's for stickies, but I don't need stickies. I can just take a, I don't know what the hell this is, from a receipt, and just put it up here. Okay, Quayle's batting. Singer. I could knock on his door and tell him, but I don't want to bother him. Here's Singer, the pitch to Quayles. 3-7, and he flies it to center for Davis. One down, and that's going to bring up Ferguson, his first at bat today. Very neat ball game. Probably going to leave me a voicemail. Glorious, glorious evening. Indeed. He likes to remind me. Here's Ferguson. He is a 2 WR, 1 out, no one on. Great game. Here's the pitch from Singer. 5-6. He struck him out. That's the first by Singer today. Both pitchers just looking. Oh, I gotcha. Okay, Ron McGrath. You're going to go with the Cubs. Yeah. And I am especially going for them because I just would love to see them play some good, steady baseball for the rest of the season and gradually work themselves up to pass the Pirates. Cubs have not won a pennant since 1945, we could say. In this, was it 45 or 35? I think, wait a minute. Yes, they did win the pennant in 45. Now that's a war year, people. Basically, you wouldn't even count that. So, you know, take that with a lot of salt and go with 35. Now, that was a legitimate team. They also won the pennant in 32. Yankees beat them. I don't remember who they played in 35. It's 2 outs, nobody on. Kessinger now. And this has been just a perfect ball game all around. Here's the pitch to Kessinger. That's 4-6, left-handed. A fly ball out to center, and Davis is under it. And the side is retired. So there's your 1-2-3 again. And I'm just having too much of a good time here. Now, just too much of a good goddamn time. I'm going to go take the garbage out. I'm sure Ferguson will be here to face the top of this Dodger order when I get back. I just don't want this hanging on my head. He left me a voicemail. I will be back. It's going to be about 7 minutes. Okay, so hang in, everybody. In fact, let me do this. Let me listen to his voicemail and then see if I can actually stay connected here, okay? I'll be right back. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Tigers beat them both. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, I listened to it. Folks, I'm going to take out the garbage. You know, it's a long story as to why I'm into this with the garbage thing. But I'm sure glad to share it with you when I get back. It's going to be about 7 minutes. Because I'm going to do something else when I'm out there. Something I'd rather not. We're glad to have you, midlife crisis. I've been through that several times. I will be back, everybody. Oh, my back. Oh. Oh. Great ball game here. We're going to move to the bottom of the third. Both pitchers perfect thus far. Not perfect. Both pitchers no hitters thus far. I was in error when earlier I said perfect. I don't know what's going on in my mind. I'm just having a good time, folks. Let's not rush it, okay? Let me take care of the garbage. I'll be back. It's a very, very beautiful evening here. Oh yeah! Oh, look at that! Yeah, Mr. Midlife Crisis, your gaming is sort of something you've gotten into. Is that it? And she's okay with there's a lot worse things you could be doing. You could be doing crack cocaine, heroin, uh, running around with other women. I hope you don't mind, but I'm gonna pour myself a refreshing ginger ale here to sort of refresh myself. I got the garbage out. So yeah, what do you think, Midlife Crisis? I'm looking at another replay to do, and I'm thinking about 1911. What do you think about that? With full statistics. Whoa! You see? Can't tip anything right. Fucking hit that. God. That's okay. Not to mention the whole goddamn pad got wet. Oh yeah, I don't care. You know that, Kathy? I just don't freaking care. That's pretty dry over here. I really don't give a rat's ass. Yeah. Oh, Lord Christ. Okay, we're getting over here. Jenkins. Oh, that is so refreshing. Oh, God almighty. Oh. So good, man. Oh, now I'm blowing the AC strong. Like when I was a 12, 13-year-old. Summer nights. Here's the pitch from Ferguson now. And that's because it's August 8th. Sometimes I don't know what month it is because I really think it's August in my real world life. 5-7. Left-handed, chops it to second. That's for Becker to 2. 5-2, he's out. So, both pitchers still early. Oh, that is so good. So good. Okay, Ferguson. Here's the pitch to Crawford. 2-5. And that is a base hit. There's the first hit of the ball game for either side. Willie Crawford with a single to right. This will be dry by the end of the game, and I mean bone dry. not bone dry.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, you went back to cards and dice, yeah. I like cards and dice.
I've never tried the... Now, I go back...
to Strat-O-Matic from 1970 to late 73. I consider those the glory days, actually. The first and second and third conventions. I was a part of it. In fact, I won a tournament in one of them. Then I got into girls when I was 16, really got into them. And got away from the game. Tried to get back to it 2 or 3 times throughout my early adulthood. And even when I was 40, never took. But once the pandemic hit, I took a profound stance and said, I'm getting back into this. So that's my story. And the story here is Crawford on first with 1 down. Jenkins working from the stretch against Davis here.
Okay, Ferguson now. The pitch to Davis. 2-9.
And he grounds it to second. Beckert has it, throws to first.
Crawford goes to is safe at second.
Beckert was taken away from the bag to get it to his left, and his only play was to first, so it's 2 outs, and Crawford on second base. And here's Len Gabrielson. He walked in the first. Beautiful evening for a ball game. Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. And everybody does their thing their way, you know what I'm saying? In some way or another. Here's Gabrielson, 2 outs, Crawford on second, and it's fine.
Whatever anyone wants to do, right? Here's the pitch from Ferguson.
5-10. A grounder to short. That's for Kessinger. He's a 2. 5-2, and he throws him out, and the side is retired. So no runs. There was the first hit by Willie Crawford, left on base. We've gone 3 here at Dodger Stadium. They called it Chavez Ravine when the Angels played there, game by game, okay? Until they got their own park. Then but it's really Dodger Stadium. Beautiful. I love it. It gets crisp. Bill Singer, still working on a no-no through 3. And Glenn Beckert will lead it off for the Cubs. Singer, the pitch. 1-6. And that is a base hit by Beckert.
A lot of Cub fans here.
A leadoff single by Glenn. Glenn Beckert, a great player, a great career player.
Here comes Williams now.
They might have been the best team from 69 to 73, roughly. If you go by wins, I'd like to see that. I know that well, actually, the Pirates won a lot in 70 and 71 was their big year. Okay, Williams, left-handed hitter. Beckert's on first base. Singer from the stretch. 2-11.
And he grounds it to second. Sizemore steps on the bag, throws it over to Hutton.
And it's a double play, and that's a beautiful play. 2 outs, nobody on. Wasn't that nice? And here comes Ron Santo. Pitch from Singer. 1-5. Struck him out. That's the second strikeout by Bill Singer tonight. Side retired, no runs, 1 hit, first for the Cubs tonight. And we've gone 3.5. It's scoreless ball game. Oh, indeed it is. Indeed it is, both with 1 hit shutouts. Leading it off is Tom Haller for the Dodgers, left-handed hitter. I think I'm going to reckon to do some new cannabis here come the 5th. Here's the pitch from Ferguson now.
That's going to be 3-8. And it's a base hit by Haller. About fucking time he does something with his bat. Wait a minute now.
3-8. I am so sorry. That was a boner.
I don't know how I did that.
That's 3-8. That's going to be a line out to short. I make very few boners. This one I caught myself. And I'm sure you've had the same kind of situation. So Haller on a 3-8 lines to short. That's going to be 1 down. Go back in time and look at how it really happened. Here's Sudakis now, switch hitter batting left. Ferguson, the pitch.
3-4.
Grounds it to second, and it's Beckert to Ernie Banks. Very, very routine 2-way. Both pitchers really moving through nicely. And Tom Hutton. Yeah, I reckon I'm going to do some cannabis come the middle of the 5th. Here's Hutton now at the plate, left-handed hitter. Pitch from Fergs, 3-10. And there's a base hit by Hutton. A 2-out single. Only the second one that Fergs has allowed. So, Hutton on first 2 down. Here's Sizemore, a real snorer. I guess he had some better years, good years. He did hit 271, but he's a 3. He got better as years went on. Eventually went to St. Louis. Here's the pitch from Fergs. 2-2, and he grounds it to Beckert again at second, who tosses it so ever so nicely to Ernie Banks to retire the side.
No runs, 1 hit, and
1 left.
And after 4,
It's a beautiful ball game.
it really is.
It's a very neat ball game as games go.
And I'm having a good time.
Here's Bill Singer now.
Thank you for your positive
Feedback. One user tells me all the time, thank you for these games. They've cured my insomnia. And how gratifying is that, huh? Here's Ernie Banks to lead it off. Flew to right in the second to start off the top of the 5th here. Here's the pitch from Singer. That's 6-6, struck him out. So Ernie goes down swinging. That's the 3rd by Bill tonight. Big Bill Singer. Also, he won 20 in real world, by the way. 2.34. Quite the pitcher. He still lost 12 with, anemic hitting. Here's Randy Hundley now. Once Koufax left, the team sort of fell apart. And then they had to rebuild, and then they got better by, I don't know what year. But by 74, I think they won the division. I'm not certain. And had, 76, they won the division. I think 77, they won the division. They were a very good team, Ron Say. They were really bad in 67. That first year after Koufax was gone. Okay, Hundley facing Singer with 1 out. Top of the 5th, no score here. And that's a 5-8. A 6-8. And he grounds it to second. Whoa, I'm sorry. Flies it to center. Where are you, Jeffrey? And it's caught by Willie Davis. 2-way. Nice catch by Willie. Must have been the flight of the ball that got me confused. Here's Jim Hickman, 2 outs. Nobody on. Getting ready for some blueberry muffin. Kathy Harden mentioned it, and we'll put it right here for safekeeping. They're getting ready for that. And please, leave the stigma at the door. It's prescribed. What a world we live in, huh? That's like the only good thing that's happened in the world. Medical weed. And if any of you want to get into that, I'll be glad to get into that. Here's Hickman now, 2 outs, nobody on. Singer, 1-8, struck him out. And that's the 4th for Bill Singer. Singer really tough now. Yeah, we've gone through the middle of the 5th here. And what a ball game. He struck him out on that. He had a lot of strikeouts, I guess. Yeah, 74 in only 338 at-bats. I think Bobby Bonds led the league in strikeouts with like 180 or something. We're going to take a weed break. This is called Blueberry Muffin. It's a hybrid. It's already opened. And there's you can see I've really used a good deal of it. I'm going to be taking out this of the 3, this smaller one, and I'll work on this probably for 2 days. Maybe parts of 2.5 days. Isn't that pretty? And if you were to look at it close, you'll see there's purple hairs, there's gold hairs. It has a nice pungent aroma. It still has buoyancy to its feel, so it's not, I like weed that has buoyancy. You see the buoyancy there? And what we'll do tonight is we'll chip off just this bit right here. We call it like a clove.
I use a chillum.
I've been keeping them pretty clean. I've only used this one. I keep washing it out every day. It's still good except for this area right up here. And then I have these, unused.
Unused chillums. Right here, Kathy Horton.
Now, there's a couple ways to do this. I think the way I'm going to do this is split this in half.
I know that's very, very
Irksome for some people, but
just place it right.
in the chillum here, you see. And then you take your
Lighter.
and you just give this a try. See how I did that, Kathy? I let it go right out of my nostril, and then just a little bit came out. That was a well taken hit. Oh. That's basically lost.
That little piece, yeah.
Okay, Ferguson to start his fifth inning here, and he'll face Singer. That's a relief. Strike him out, Fergs. Bill Singer at the plate. He struck out in the second. Here's Ferguson now. 6-5. Struck him out. And that's the third for Fergs tonight. And here's Maury Wills on Ferg's own card. Maury has grounded to second twice tonight. In fact, Beckert has a lot of assists already. 6. And I don't really look at that shit, you know, but still. Maury Wills traded to the Expos and then traded back. Well, I guess they thought they made a mistake. How do you ever get rid of Wills? He was a franchise player. I don't care how bad he's doing, then just use him less. Tell him. Help him become a coach. Okay, Wills, switch hitter, batting left against Fergs. We got a ball game, Kathy Arden says. Oh, yes, we do. Here's the pitch from Fergs.
And that's to Wills, 2-12. And he grounds it to third. Santo
Over to Ernie. It looks so easy. So easy. And here comes Willie Crawford, 2 outs, nobody on. Both pitchers brazing through this ball game. And right now it's
3:35 p.m.
in Los Angeles. 6:35 here on the East Coast. We broadcast remotely, but I have direct view of the ball game. I'm in Fort Lauderdale. 2 outs, no one on. Here's the pitch to Crawford now. 2-12. Fly ball center. It's high and shallow. Quails comes in. He makes the catch. So there's a 1-2-3 for Ferguson again.
And oh Lord, We've gone 5 innings.
And it's a scoreless ball game. And Kathy Harden was right. We got a game, people. And I'm so glad you've decided to join us here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. It's going to be Quails and Ferguson. And then Kessinger. Yes, Ferguson will hit. Oh, shit, yeah. Different game to our youngsters out there. This was a different game. If your pitcher, if your starter couldn't go 7 innings, he really didn't do that good. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. It's going to be Jimmy Quails, the number 8 batter, leading off. He flew to center in the 3rd, Jimmy Quails did. Okay, Singer now. Here's the pitch to Quail, switch hitter. Batting left, 2-6. And that's hit out there into the gap. Right center, dropping in. Quails coming around second for a triple. A leadoff triple by Jimmy Quails for the Cubs. Oh, he had 3 in real world, and he sure lit up the Cubs dugout there with a frickin' triple. Let's look at that again. 2-6, batting left-handed against the righty. Triple 1-17. And my lord, he triples that. And here comes Ferguson. Kessinger on deck. Singer now from the stretch. The pitch to Ferguson.
2-9 struck him out.
And that's about as good as you could do, Bill Singer. And Don Kessinger is the batter here.
Don is 0 for 2.
He's on Twitter. He, very few followers, seldom uses it. He was one of the greats. Quails on 3rd. 1 down. And Kessinger, switch hitter, batting left. I love Kessinger. I love Beckert. I love Williams, Santo, Banks, Hundley, Hickman. Quails, you know, but he tripled. We got a ball game, everybody. Kessinger at the plate, hitting left-handed. Singer, the pitch. 6-7, batting left-handed, pops it up to first base. And Hutton makes the catch. That's 2 down. So that's too bad. If the Cubs don't get anything out of this, but Beckert has a chance. Beckert, 1 for 2 tonight. Okay, Singer now. And the pitch to Glenn. 1-8. Grounds it to short, and the side is retired. So Bill Singer gets out of that, and it just continues. Only the 2nd hit he's allowed. We've gone 5 1/2. And it's a scoreless ball game. All right. And Ferguson, he'll bat the top of the 6th here. And he's got the Davis, Gabrielson, and Haller, I guess, some of the better hitters on this club. But Davis is really a good hitter. 3-11. Okay. Stole 24. Okay, Davis. Ferguson. And the pitch. That's 3-4. And it's grounded to short Kessinger. And he throws Davis out. One away here. Lord. It's a very neat ball game, Kathy Arden. And here's Len Gabrielson. Len walked and grounded to short. We're having lots of fun here tonight. This game is sort of like beyond me now. Okay, Gabrielson, left-handed hitter. Ferguson, the windup. 4-12. And it's hit deep by Gabrielson. Oh, he only has W power. It's a base hit. Oh, Lord Jesus. So Gabrielson with a single. Let's look at that again, please. 4-12, left-hander. Home run 1 to 12N. It is a 10, but against right-handers, he is a W. He had 1 home run all season. It's probably on his card. Yes, it is. So Len Gabrielson on first, 1 out. Here's Heller, 0 for 2. Ferguson now from the stretch. And the pitch to Heller. 2-5. Base hits. Gabrielson goes to second and holds. And now there's a little team meeting around the pitcher's mound. Santo talking to Fergs. And Hundley. See some heads nodding, and they broke that up. First and second, 1 down. Ferguson facing Sudakis. Hitting left-handed. He's a switch hitter. Okay, here's Ferguson now from the stretch. 6-8, and it's a base hit. Gabrielson coming home, and it's a 1-0 ball game. 3 straight singles by the Dodgers. Sudakis lined it up beautifully. It's a nice piece of hitting there. Hitting left-handed 6.